Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I have a Canvas Workspace tutorial for you in which I will be creating this card. It's in the shape of a double-decker bus. As you can see, it stands up like so, and you open it up. You've got plenty of room for a message or a sentiment. Maybe you want to stamp something in here, and plenty of room for signatures. So this would be the kind of card that maybe you would have work colleagues or a group of friends who want to send a group card to a friend. And I've just used magazine images to decorate mine. You could do whatever you like, however. You could use real photographs or not decorate at all, just whatever you like. I'll be demonstrating how you can take multiple shapes and bring them together to form a complete outline like you see here on this double-decker bus. And some of the editing functions I'll be using include aligning, welding, and subtracting. Subtracting is how we develop these little window cutouts here. So if you want to learn how you too could make your own double-decker bus, then stick with me and I'll show you how. To create the shape for the bus, I'm going to go to the Shapes tab here and go towards the bottom down here. We're under Others, and I'm going to select this shape here. Pull that over onto the mat. I can duplicate that. I'm going to flip it horizontally to make sure it's overlapped. Then I'll align both of those pieces at the bottom. Then I'll weld them together. For the size, first of all, I'm going to take off the maintain aspect ratio. I'm going to make this 7.5 inches wide, and I'm going to have it 4.25 inches in height. I'm going to fill it with some color so we can see what that looks like. I'm also going to duplicate that and just move that off to the side there. So there is the basic shape of the double-decker bus, but I also want to add in both the wheels and the headlamp. So for the headlamp, I'm going to use a half circle. That should do. I'll change the angle on that though and flip it around so it's facing that way. And then I can determine how large I want that. Okay, I'm going to offset it inwardly. So that I have a piece to go on top of that headlamp, and then I can align this to the bottom. Actually, we don't even have to have it to the bottom. We can have it come up just a little bit there, like that. Make sure that's overlapped. And I can weld that. Right, so next, that's going to go on top of it, but it's only going to be paper pieced onto the card. So I'm going to just move that out of the way, place it off to the side. Now I want to bring in a circle for the wheel, or the wheels. I make those about an inch. Duplicate it. Duplicate it again, because that is going to be pieced on top of here, and we'll make an offset, go inward, so that we have what would look a bit like a rim. So we have that in that color, and I'll change that to black, and you can see what I mean. So it will be like that. And then that will be placed on top. So we'll just make another copy of this and send all of this off to the side as well. Now we can highlight all of our shapes. We have those three there that you can see with the blue bounding boxes, and we're going to weld those. I'm also going to make a copy of that, so I've duplicated that, and I'll pull that off to the side. And then we'll start making the windows and the doors for the bus. For the basic shape of the windows, that will do. Bring that, of course, down in size. Just play with this shape of that a bit. I'm also going to bring in a shape for the front and rear windows. a little larger. I want to duplicate this. Start with 5. That may be too many, but I'm also going to duplicate this and then flip it horizontally so that it can go onto the back of the bus. So we have all of these, which we can now align at the bottom. We're going to distribute them. We need to space that out. Let's try the 10. Isn't too bad, is it? So there we have also going to duplicate these. I'll group them. I'll group these as well. That's going to go about like that, should be fine. What I can do is to keep this bus from moving about. I'm actually going to lock it in place, and it's the one that's highlighted here. So we'll lock that, and that will keep that from moving while we get the windows and the other pieces in place. Let's move this down here. I think that could come down just a bit as well. For the back of the bus, the rear will be the entry or the exit door. Just use this shape here, which I'm also going to change the angle on that to 90. And that can sit here at the back like that. And that is going to be paper pieced, so it's not actually going to be cut out of the rest of the bus. I'm going to put a window for the front. And use this shape again, same as I did here. We can move that actually inward like that. Then I can duplicate this. So I've got that for the front. I'm going to flip it round. to move those up now. Just want to see that wheel is not going to interfere there. That's not bad. Right, so now I'm ready to punch these windows through. I'm going to go over to the layers and unlock this, so that now we can use the process overlap and subtract to punch those windows through. Right, now this area here, where you would normally see some sort of advertising, you can use that for our sentiment. And you can, of course, choose any kind of sentiment that you want. You might have something that you've already stamped out, or I'll tell you what we'll do in this case. We'll just bring in one of these. It's already created, and let's use friends. Just make this sort of a generic card. Again, this is only going to be paper piece, so you don't have to use it at the end if you don't want to. So I'm going to create a mask for that as well. I'll change that color though. And use the offset outward direction. There would be sentiments that can go here on the front of the box, like that. Okay, so we have this for our headlamp. And we have our wheels as well. That's going to look something like this. I think I'll also bring in a couple of narrow strips just to sort of detail this. And just make that a narrow strip that you could have running between these wheels. Like so, and have that also here under the windows. And you don't have to have all those, of course. You could just remove those, but it's an option. So I'll just pull those out of the way. we're going to flip it. Then we're going to align these. You just align them to the right here. They are overlapping. You can change that if you like. But I think that's probably going to be pretty good. So I'm going to weld that now. Go back and look at what the size is here. I'm going to change this height to 9.5 and the width to 7 3/4. We still have this piece here. We can resize to go behind here. Let's make that go back to 4 inches and 7.5. So that can fit behind there. Just to give you an idea. Okay, there we are. Right, now I want to place a score line along here. I'm going to use my snapped grid to help me keep it nice and straight. And then I can resize that. I'm going to unlock that again and put that back in the center there. I can highlight the bus and the score line. If you don't want the score line, you can just leave that out and just do that manually on your scoreboard. I'm going to leave mine as it is. I'm going to group that. Then I can bring in all my other pieces on onto the mat so that I can send them over to my machine. Just making sure that everything is within that red cutting area, where you see this red line. And then I can arrange these, of course, on the mat when I get ready to cut these out. So let's just make sure everything is within there, and it is. So now we're ready to send our card over to the machine to be cut out. And follow me there to the craft desk, and I'll show you how I'm going to put this together. Now, I did not have any red cardstock, so I decided to use this instead. And in fact, you will see many double-decker buses that are not red, including those in London. I'm just going to fold along that score line, burnish that. I have my liner piece, which I can place in here. Have the wheels here. I'm going to just glue these together. As well as my sentiment here. It's going to go along here, so I can still put this piece in. To place some tape behind the sentiment to give it some dimension. Just peel the backing off of that. Place that. Just along there, that should. Good, there we are. I've also got the headlamp here. That here at the front of the bus. Lining, which is going to go on the inside here. What I'm going to do for now is just hold that in place, flatten it out. Just going to take a pencil, I'm really going to trace round these pieces. I may not want all of them, but some of them, and then I'm going to place images behind these windows. Now, I can place that in there like that. But I'm also going to do one last thing. Before I do this, and that is I'm going to put some acetate over top of that. Some acetate that I'm going to cover this with, and that will help to seal those images in as well. And just trim off the excess here. All in place now, so all we have to do is just glue this in place, or in this case I will be using a combination of the red liner tape with the liquid glue. Little bits here if you like. That could be like a little handle there. Can cut a piece of card to go in here for a message. This I've cut at about 3 3/4 by 6 inches, and I'm just going to round the corners. Like that. Place that. You'll also have room here if you wanted to extend your message. You may want to stamp something on here. And again, for the front, you could use real photographs, or you might use stamps that you could decorate that with and make it your very own. There is our friend's double-decker bus. And I think that's an unusual little card as well. You will probably have to make an envelope for this, or it is under 8 inches. So if you have an envelope that would fit an 8-inch card, that would probably be just fine. I hope you enjoyed learning how you too could make your own double-decker bus card by just using some basic shapes which you can combine to create a complete outline using, of course, Canvas Workspace and the various functions that you have available to you. So among the many things that we've used in making this card is to weld, to align, and to subtract. Thank you to everyone who watched this video tutorial today. And if you are subscribed to the channel, thank you so much indeed. And if you're not, please consider doing so today. Remember to share with your friends. You can leave a thumbs up if you like, and a comment below. Until we meet again, please stay safe and crafty hugs. Bye.